Okay, this is 5 kilograms of brisket. We gonna do it using the offset smoke today. Just wanna trim the excess fat. Always try to cut away from your body. This fat cap, I need it to protect the meat and to keep the meat moist. And now that I have trimmed, I need to shape it. Make it getting ready to be seasoned. I've prepared a mixture of kosher salt, pepper, and garlic powder. That's what seasoned smokers would call it, SPG. And the top part is done. Now we have to turn it and edges also. It's done. I did not have to use yellow mustard, because the brisket was still very moist and the rub could stick, as you can see. So the rub is still sticking. So I'm gonna let this rest for a while I prepare other things. Now I need to put the thicker part. Must face the fire. These are just those bones that came out when we separated the brisket. Now we're gonna close, and then we're gonna maintain the temperature at just about 100 degrees Celsius, somewhere there. So because what we are doing is we are slow cooking this while we are smoking it. We're gonna close this and then maintain the fire in the fire chamber, and then we will see what happens after 3 hours. See you then. Okay, we have reached an internal temperature of 58 now. We are now into the third hour, and the temperature that we are maintaining is just above 100 degrees Celsius. We don't want to go above 150 because it would not be, it will be too high for the type of method that I'm cooking this brisket with. So I think it's time to turn it and spray it with apple cider vinegar. These are the wood that just pre-warming them in the cooking chamber, so that whenever I put them in the fire chamber, they should light immediately. So this is the probe thermometer that I'm actually using to check the temperature, but I think now I will have to turn the brisket, and then because it has been just to turn it, we still have a long way to go. These are the bones that I have removed from the brisket, and then at the moment I have my apple cider vinegar, and then you just want to spray. Okay, the wood are also preventing the excess heat to reach the meat, because you may find that not the sides will actually burn. So time to close, okay, and then we'll see you after in the 6th hour. We are intending to cook it for 14 hours, and then after 14 hours we'll wrap it and put more fire for another maybe 2 to 3 hours. At the bottom there you will see that they put some those fats that I have actually trimmed, so that I can get the tilo at the end to smear on the brisket. So ciao. Afternoon, it's now after 6 hours. I think we are doing fine. The temperature is 72, and then we want to get to 73, so we are just 1 bar left. And then let's open and see. But before we open, we've been keeping the temperature to between 100 and 150. We never went above to a grilling stage, because this is supposed to be a slow cooking process and barbecue. Let's open and see. Wow, look at this. Look at this. The temperature is fine. Oh, how, let's see, this one is fine, this one is fine, this one, oh, it's fine. Oh, very, very soft. Pop the firebox open so that air can flow and fuel the fire. And then this is how the fire looks like inside the fire chamber, and the temperature is still at least below 150. It's around 140, somewhere there. So this is the temperature that we need to maintain at all times. Now the brisket has been in for more than 6 hours, and the temperature of 72 degrees. I will just now pour some tilo on top of the brisket, and also on top of the picture paper. Now putting it back into the cooking chamber, and then it will be for another 2 to 3 hours. I'm gonna just ramp up the fire. Okay, this just about 11 hours now, and then at some stage I had to wrap it and then ramped up the fire. So now it's still very hot, so I think I reached the temperature of about 100 degrees Celsius at some stage, and then it's still very much tender. And then what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna put it in the cooler box. You can hear the thermometer already saying that the right temperature. Then I put it in the cooler box, and then it will continue cooling down nicely, continue cooking, and then until tomorrow when we cut it into the cooler box. We'll see you tomorrow when we cut it. It's into the food.